What's up, you lovely people? It's Alex ASC. It is Snap on Tuesday. I think that's the fourth one on the trot. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, we're getting it on. What have we got to talk about? Well, this week, it's like an episode of this week. Camaro news, supercar royalty in the shop, some Snap-on bits and bobs. Spare box. No, it's not mine. A buddy of mine, a good friend, his missus has basically treated him to a Snap-on box for his birthday. And I'm holding it, hiding it, storing it until it's his birthday. And yeah, she's getting some wrap done on the front of it. But what should we talk about first? This little beauty next to me. Mercedes SL65. V12, twin turbo. This is actually Clarkson's old car. It's now owned by the Chris Evans, and I've got it in the shop today. We're doing some work to it. It's rather tasty. Big carbon engine cover. It's fully spec'd, you know, like aircon seats. You know, nice interior, and yeah, it sounds meaty as hell. I'm not going to start it up, but anyway, there's the you couldn't physically get anything else in this engine bay. From turret to turret, it's just full carbon, big ass V12, and they got it quite well balanced as well. It's not, most of these big engines are kind of hung over the front wheels, but it is actually quite central, so it's not going to be like a pig to drive like some of them are, but it is quite tasty. Nice bit of kit. What have we got going on? A couple of things have updated in the shop. I've got my new big TV showing all my security cameras. Box stuff, still waiting on that. Jody was in earlier. The flyer again is pretty weak this week. All of the stuff that seems to pop up on it, I've already got it, so come on, Snap-on, you need to do something new. But I did get this, which is quite cool. It's a little purple bottle opener, and it is a good colour match. Same as the box. We'll get that hung up for some beers. I've got this in as well. This is a Mazda CX-3. I think it's a guy called Chuck. I think it's his dad's. Basically bought the car from Mazda. They kind of did a number on him a bit. He wanted all the extras, but he ended up with an SE, which is not quite as spec as some of them. So we've put in color-coded parking sensors in the back. They're flush, so they're mounted from the back, and same at the front. Excuse me. Yeah. So they're color-coded sensors, just there and there. So it'll give him warnings when he's parking his car. He'll stop smacking into stuff. He's had a few little misdemeanors, bless him. So parking sensors were the name of the day. Let's just get the classic, no, not classic, sorry, Masters out of the way. It's quite a cool box actually. I'll show you this actually. Let's pop the brake on so it doesn't roll into one of the cars. So it's a nice, kind of like a deep blood cherry red. Tough top. I could not fit stereos on this because it is the bed liner is really rough. It would just chew plastic to buggery. No good for me. But you know, I'm sure he'll like it. He's got quite an old box, so this will be an update for him. I was going to touch on one thing. Last week we were discussing. I was discussing soldering irons. And we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Customer walked in. Right. Camaro news. It got a whole lot worse for this guy. Poor bloke. So we know we told you about the wiring being a mess, and other stuff. Well, we basically said to the guy, you know, we're gonna either do the wiring ourselves, or we can pay and have a wiring harness. A wiring harness brought in. What we actually used was American Auto Wire. These guys. So kudos to you, actually, from a professional point of view. harness, wires labelled, plugs, Molex connections, little bags with everything listed on it as to what goes where, a proper, absolute decent bit of kit. So you know, lots of geeky things I love. And this, when I opened the bags and looked at the thing, I was truly impressed. You guys have done a sterling job on making a kit easy enough to fit, even if you weren't technically minded. But if you are technically minded, it just makes the job easier. But they really have listed, bagged. It's magic. Updated fuse box. Obviously we've gone to blade fuses, not bottle fuses, and just, yeah, good on you guys. So let me just see the camera so I can see where we're looking. So you'll see at the back there we've put the new fuse box in. Some of the wiring is already run across, and we're just obviously doing the stereo, getting the cabling in for all the other bits and bobs that we need to do. And we also found this, which is quite nice. So it looks like the floor is actually rotted out in the Camaro. And they've tack welded some seat plates in, which is really not a good idea. The guy is aware of this. He's in the process of writing the bloke who sold him the car a little letter to say that he's not happy. And we'll see where it goes, but obviously I'm, you know, photographing everything, documenting everything anyway, so he's going to have some information from me, and we'll see what gives. But yeah, Camaro is kind of going, workshop is mental, we've got supercar royalty in, Lotus stuff. Managed to get some more bits and bobs done. My new pulleys turned up just there, so I've got my new cam pulleys, got the seals in for the camshafts. I've just ordered some more of these from JAE because I've got a noisy one over there, so that's going to get done. And then it's pretty much belts on, plugs, wiring, loom, timed up and in the car, so I can't wait. What else? We will do, I know I was asked recently about some power tools and things like that. I am going to go over this. I've got a Porter cable router coming, and we will do some more sort of power tooly stuff when I get time. I've just remembered actually what we were talking about before the customer walked in, which was soldering irons. So I got it wrong last time we were talking. I'm just trying to find the other one. So I said Ambersol. It's not an Ambersol anyway, it's a Portasol. So this is the Portasol soldering iron. I use, for the life of me now I can't find it. Let me rummage, back in a mo. And we're back. Right, so we discussed soldering irons, what I use. So this is a Portasol Super Pro 125. It's not a bad soldering iron. They're kind of like the standard that you get from people. It's gas filled at the bottom, little cigarette, like, you know, lighter gas on, and obviously your igniter that goes in, and then you get your little red tip. But for what it is, it's a bit, I don't know whether you can hear it. Can you hear that? It's a bit plasticky, it's a bit cheap. What I prefer is this, which is the Eroda Solder Pro 120. You'll notice this actual filler, same as before, cigarette lighter, actually goes all the way up here. So you get absolutely loads of lighter gas in there. So you can use this thing for ages. Ooh, autofocus, it's got to stay. Same thing. You know, auto click on and heat. It gets hot very fast, but this is actually my favorite of choice. This is an expensive one, there's nothing wrong with it, but the Eroda is better. So if you want a good soldering iron, get one of these. Right, time is getting on. I need to crack on with this thing. I am gonna shoot back to you, where are we now? Tuesday next week. And see, you know, what we've got going on. But I will see you soon. Have a good Tuesday. Any questions and whatnot, post them below, and I think that'll do. See you soon, guys. Take care.